Photo painting. Photo painting. Photo Photo painting. Photo painting. How the fuck would you know? That's an official photo from NASA. But plus, how many people think that's a photo? But plus, how many people think this is bullshit? Oh, this is Pupa-Pipia. This is a distant planet of Venus. As you can see here, you can see all the crater textures on my shirt. Now, is it really them halfway to the moon? Or they just turned out the lights in the cabin and pressed the camera up against a round window?
Houston, if that's not the Earth, we're in trouble. That's the Earth, and we have a very good view of it today. There are a few more cloud bands on than yesterday when we beamed down to you, but it's a beautiful sight. We have some horizontal banding in our TV monitor. Are we transmitting that to you, or do you have a clear picture? Neil, we have a very clear picture. The only Hello, Apollo 11. Houston, Goldstone says that the TV looks great. Over. Okay, Roger, we're Roger, Neil, we just wanted a narrative such that we can, when we get the playback, we can sort of correlate what we're seeing. Thank you very much.
Well, we shut out the sun coming in some of the other windows into the spacecraft, so it's looking through the number one window, and there isn't any reflected light.
We only have one window that has a view of the Earth, and it's filled up with the TV camera. South America becomes invisible just off beyond the terminator or inside the shadow. We can see the oceans with a definite blue cast, see white bands of major cloud formations across the Earth. Roger, the ATC is working real well. The F-22 looks good, over. Hello, Apollo 11, Houston, did you copy, over?
He copied that, Charlie.
Roger, your transmissions the last couple of times have been about 2 by, over.
Okay, how do you read me now?
Roger, 5 by now. Coastline. Now we're coming in. Can't quite make out who that had.
And finally, the element that seals their fate. The footage of Apollo 11 requested from NASA over a 5-year period. One gem was discovered just before the completion of this documentary. An old reel received by mistake. It contains the raw or unedited footage of the crew of Apollo 11, Michael Collins, Edwin Aldrin Jr. and Neil Armstrong, staging part of their mission for nearly an hour in living color, with exceptionally clear behind-the-scenes audio of conversations discussing the techniques used to achieve a disingenuous picture depicting the Earth at a distance. This is a segment that they believed wasn't even being recorded, much less suitable for broadcast, for the lens was being zoomed out and the scene was being changed to that of an interior of the astronauts at work, and apparently the stop button popped back up on the recorder without notice. Here is the diffused work light that they used to see camera controls, but not throw light onto the spacecraft's wall. Here they remove part of the crescent insert. Finally, the iris is opened up to see the real location of the camera and the very bright and near Earth out the window.
So you want to find the farthest point from that center. And it turns out sea level at the equator is farther away from the center of the Earth than sea level near the poles. It has nothing to do with global warming and melting of the ice caps.
Why is that?
Because Earth, we know it spins once a day. Yes, thank you. 3 people know how long a day lasts here.
Good for row number 2. They're off to a great start.
So you spin, you know, when you spin pizza dough, it kind of flattens out.
Yeah.
Gets wider in the middle. And so Earth, throughout its life, even when it formed, it was spinning. And it got a little wider at the equator than it does at the poles. So it's not actually a sphere. It's oblate. And officially it's an oblate spheroid. That's what we call it. But not only that, it's slightly wider below the equator than above the equator.
A little chubbier.
A little chubbier.
Yeah.
Chubby's a good way. It's like pear-shaped.
Yeah.
So it turns out the pear-shapedness is bigger than the height of Mount Everest above sea level.
We used to call the word world, not globe. I saw that like in the past 30 years how we went slowly. Maybe you're too young, but let me tell you. I saw them slowly go from people all over the world, many world leaders, leaders from all over the world got together. This is a worldly phenomenon. This is the world. I saw them go from the word world slowly, inch by inch, just inserting it every once in a while, to now it's just always the word globe. Notice that? It's not worldwide distribution, it's global distribution. It's global leaders. Globe. It's globe. People all over the world, across the world, to people around the globe. World leaves it open. It's romantic. It's open. It's like the world. The world. I remember they used to call the world Earth. Remember when they called it Earth? People all over the earth. People of the earth. Leaders of the earth. It almost sounds ridiculous now. It's like just a word they throw out, you know, at some hippy-dippy esoteric Greenpeace movement. Like it's for hippies now. Or like vegans. Earthy. Earthy. Dirt. Earth was the base. Then we got into the poetry of world, and globe is a political word. It's a shape. It ends it. It's finite. It's done. It's a ball. You're on a ball. Is basically every time thing. It's a shape. World is not a shape. I don't say, go grab that thing over there. What thing? Well, a thing that's shaped like the world. The world shape. What do you mean? The thing like a globe. Oh, you mean like a ball? Yeah, like a ball. Like the people of the ball. People around the ball. Leaders around the ball. People all over the ball. We live on a ball. We wouldn't say that. We'd be like in a Mickey Mouse world. Like it's Dr. Seuss, like we're living on some dandelion or something. It would be like toyish. So we come up with globe. Say it. It's a fucking ball. People all over the ball. World? No. Ball-wide distribution. Leaders of the ball. Keep your eye on the ball. That's what they got you doing. It's a small ball after all. Yeah, well, it's a fucking ball. It can only get so big, you know. It's a ball. It's a small globe after all. It's a small globe. Stay in your fence. Don't go past the picture we gave you from the moon landing. It's all been discovered. We found all the land, don't go anywhere. It's all mapped out GPS. Alright, how do you know that? Just follow GPS. Well, you didn't see Google Earth? No, I'm still waiting for Google Globe. Google Globe. Goggle Glob. Goggle Glob. The whole thing is Goggle Glob. Google Globe. Yeah, that sounds stupid. They knew that. At least they're smart enough to know when their stupid fucking word is necessary. I live on the earth, in the world. And it doesn't stop at the fence you show me in the UN flag. Unless it's by force, which it is. Yeah. Then you got the anti-globalists. Or the bullshit dissent. Screaming, yapping, infiltrating protest movements with their megaphones, drowning people out because they talk fast. And they're like pseudo-funny. They have an accent from wherever. And they're uppity. Sorry, these anti-globalists. You'll see them with their alternative media, and they'll say everything was a lie. Like, they'll say 9/11 was a lie, it was an inside job. They'll say the Federal Reserve is owned by, you know, British monarchs and viziers for oligarchs and royal families in Europe, and they'll tell you they're trying to take your guns, and, you know, Sandy Hooks was a hoax, and everything's a lie. Taxes, paying tax, it's a lie. Oh, but we went to the moon. It's so funny how you see these anti-globalists on YouTube or just in the news on TV, and they have a graphic of a globe spinning behind them. Like, well, obviously graphic because that's all you got.
Some of those people actually still believe the Earth is flat. So if a few of them want to believe that we didn't go to the moon, let them. It's not an issue that comes up in my presentation.
I mean, the Earth being flat, that's clearly ridiculous. Though I've actually been contacted by some flat earthers saying I'm covering up the fact that it's some Atlantean conspiracy.
NASA. As you can see, we got a nice red serpent tongue coming through there. NASA. And there's the UN flag, also the symbol of the flat Earth.
Oh, of course, if I say flat Earth, I gotta be an idiot, right? That's what they told you, right? It's a ball. There's no Antarctica in this.
Everything's a lie. Government's lying to you about everything. Oh, no, not the moon landing. No. Don't take that one from us, too. That's the easiest one for me to take. They didn't go to the moon to go to the moon. They went to the moon so they could get the picture of the Earth as a ball. Because they didn't have one yet. And it was starting to get a little tense in the higher chambers. You say 2,000 years it's a ball and you don't even have a picture to show for it. But how could you have a picture just to, they had those. They needed the event to actually get a real picture. And there's just so few of those pictures when you actually look at them. And most of them. George Lucas or like Stanley Kubrick could have done. Or I could do. Or you can see a guy in the street with a spray can and a circle cut out of cardboard making planets. Meets these anti-globalists who still cling on to the globe. If you're an anti-globalist, you got to be true to the form. The flat Earth against the ball. That's the fight. That's the fight they don't want you to have. That's the fight they don't want you to entertain in your head. That's the fight they don't want you to entertain in your mind. Whether the images of the Earth as a ball are fake. All you got is weather maps that are cartoons. Remember? When they programmed you with maps? Color in all the states. Different colors. Color in between the lines. Stay within the fence. Where'd you put your favorite color? New York, California, America. You've been so brainwashed. I got bored with the world I was told exists. And I realized it was all based on pictures and bullshit scenes like a Red Bull jump where the guy lands in a place he shouldn't if he's free falling at that velocity. Or the fact that they put like military ops and military scientists up in planes and they practice parabolics where they're free floating in a plane. It looks like they're in a zero gravity atmosphere like in the space station. The fact that you'll see an astronaut in the space station and then suddenly he'll lose his place and he'll start like floating all over the place. You're in space. What happened? Did gravity shift? Was there a gravitational shift in the entire heliocentric universe? Big words. Got them too. I know them all. Helios. Like a Greek-Roman god of fire. Sun. Yeah, your Roman Empire. It's all up there in the stars. Jupiter, Saturn, Mars. They still got you in a polytheism cult. It's an astrotheological cult. We got you believing in the gods of Rome. Up in the heavens, like they told you. Let's have a fucking fight.